How to install Power BI Desktop? These are the minimum requirements to install Power BI Desktop. You need to have the Windows version 7, 8, or 8.1, or any of these versions. You can install the Power BI Desktop. And I believe all of you have Windows operating system, not Mac. Okay, if you have Mac operating system, you just we'll discuss that later. Okay, and minimum requirement, your laptop or the system should support 64-bit or the 32-bit, but now 64-bit is very much popular. The next one is the .NET framework needs to be installed, and CPU. This is the CPU requirement, the memory requirement. The This is important thing. You need to remember this. The Power BI Desktop is no longer supported on Windows 7. Okay. And the next one is to download this Power BI Desktop. You need to go to this website and we will download it. Since many of you are yet to download this one, I just show you how to do this one. I go to the Google and type download Power BI Desktop. You can do it side by side. The installation, if you have not yet done. Download Power BI Desktop for Windows, and you can see the downloads. Better you can hit this link, because here you can see the Microsoft Power BI Desktop, and here you can see the download Microsoft Power BI. If you click on this link, it will take you directly to the downloadable site, the Power BI downloadable site in Microsoft. And you need to choose the first one, advanced download options. Okay, you can find, if you scroll down, you will find Microsoft Power BI Desktop. And just beneath that, you can see the advanced download options. Okay, rest of the software, you don't have to download it. Okay, and the on-premises, another thing, we will see it later. Okay, and at this moment, you just click on this one, advanced download options. Got it? I just do it one more time. Look here. So once you click on this link, I will share this link in the chat window also. Yes, Shushmita, I just shared the link. Okay, you just, if you have connected the WhatsApp from your browser, so you can click on it. If you click on this, it will take you directly to this website. Or you can just type powerbi.microsoft.com/en-us-downloads/. If you type this and if you press enter, it will bring up this page. And if you scroll down a bit, you will find the advanced download options. You need to just click on this. It will take you to the other page. The next page, you can see that the select language. If you click on the download, you will find various language. We will go by the default English language. You just hit this download button. It will take you to the next page, and here you select the first option. I believe all of you have 64-bit version, not the 32-bit. If you have 32-bit desktop or so, you need to select this one. You need to select, instead of selecting this one, you need to select this one. Okay. But don't download both. It will get confused. You will get confused. I believe most of you have 64-bit. Okay. Hence, you need to select this one. And the next one is hit this next button. Hit this next button. That's it. Your download will start in a minute. I just go ahead and put it here somewhere. Any desk or somewhere here. It will take for a while. You can see that the download being initiated. Let's wait for a moment. Few moments, okay? I believe all of you are doing it side by side, except Shaw, okay, and except Shaw and others, okay. Good, it's been done. The download was over. And you can see this Power BI desktop setup underscore x64.exe file. You just double click on it. It'll open up the installation window. You need to have a lot of patience. Okay, don't think it is not working. It will take some time to load it. And also look here. Now we can see this one. It is prompting for our confirmation. Yes, do you want this to run this file? Yes, run. Click on the run and then wait for some time. But before you start the installation, better you can check the space availability in your C drive. It is always a good practice whether you install Power BI Desktop or any other software. Make sure that in your C drive at least you have 100 GB space. That's the best practice. At least you need to have 50 to 70 GB free space so that the application will get launched in a pretty fast manner. If your C drive is full and you cannot expect the applications to work pretty fast. Look here, in my case, I hardly have 14 GB because I installed many software in my system. Look here, Microsoft Power BI. In my case, I'm getting some kind of warning here. Cancel, retry, ignore. And here I just say cancel because I already installed this software in my system, the Power BI Desktop. What you can do is, yeah, in your case, at at the beginning, it will start check the space available in your C drive. It'll take for a while. You need to wait for some time. After a while, the next button will get enabled. In your screen, you will find the next button, which means after the check has been done, about the space availability check. Okay. Once the Power BI Desktop finds you have the sufficient space in your C drive, the next button will get enabled. You need to hit the next button. It will take you to the next page. And the next page, it will show you the default installation path, C colon. Okay, it will show you the default location. Don't make any changes. Simply hit next, next, next until you find the installation was successful message. Okay, once you find the installation was successful message, you hit this finish button. Meanwhile, don't interrupt. All you need to do is hit the next button. Hit the next button until you see the installation was successful. In my case, I interrupted the installation because I have already installed it. In fact, even in my case, I need to upgrade my software because I installed it almost 1.5 months back. Every 1.5 month or 2 months once, you can go to Microsoft website and check any new release of Power BI Desktop is available. You can download and install it so that your Power BI Desktop will be up to date with respect to the version. I believe all of you are doing it side by side. Or else you can watch my video. If you have connected via your mobile phone, you can watch my video and then you, without fail, you can install it tomorrow. Okay, I just did the finish now. And okay, now how do you check whether the Power BI Desktop has been installed or not? You need to go to the start button and then here you just type Power BI Desktop. You'll find the Power BI Desktop here. When you see this icon next to that, you will find the open. Either you can click on open or you can hit this icon, Power BI Desktop. I'm going to hit this now to launch the Power BI Desktop. Let's wait for some time.
So you are not audible.
Okay, sorry. I hope I'm audible now. Correct? Yeah.
So,
Correct.
but last 5 minutes you are not audible.
No, no, no. I was just waiting for that launch. Okay. Once I did not
Okay.
speak in between. Okay. Yeah, I was waiting for the Power BI desktop tool to launch. And I just said, the Power BI desktop, how do we explore the navigation part? How do we load the data, everything? We will take a look at little later. First, we will finish off the installation part. That is what I was talking about. Yeah, sorry, Sri. I just noticed that now. And you just need to go to this link. I believe all of you are in this site. Okay, I don't want to rush. We will finish it off the installation part today. Okay. Microsoft.com ENN SQL server. What I'll do is I'll just share it in the chat window once again. And then I hope all of you have received the link which I shared in the chat window, Zoom chat window. I hope all of you are here, right? So in this page, you need to scroll down a bit and you can see the Express here. If you scroll down here, you can see the Express. This is the Express edition, okay? Don't download developer, and these are the licensed one. And again, we don't have to install the SQL server, okay? Uh, we don't want, so we are not going to do any administration part, all the things. Just download and install Express edition. It is absolutely free. There is no license cost involved here. You just hit the download now button and wait for some time. Yes, the SQL 2022 SEI go, is being downloaded now. This one will not take much time. In a matter of second, this file will get downloaded. This is my SQL server. I'm going to click on this once. The moment you click on it once, you will find this security warning. So it will prompt you for your consent, whether you want to run this one or not. I'm going to hit run now. You will get another confirmation. Yes, go ahead. Now the installation has been started. Okay, not yet started. Okay, the installation window got launched and you can see three installation type, the basic, custom, download media. Please click on basic. This is where a few of my students, they made a mistake. They selected custom and then they suffered a lot. Okay, please don't do that mistake. Select only basic. Keep the cursor over here and then click on it once. The moment you click on it, it will take you to the next page. And by clicking the accept button, you need to a little bit scroll down. And here you can see the accept button here. So just hit the accept button. It will take you to the next page. This is what your default installation path. Don't change the default installation path. Okay. The installing the SQL Server or SSMS is admin's responsibility. SQL Server admin, they are the one responsible for installing these softwares. But to learn how to write a SQL query and how to work with SSMS tool, we have to install it. Okay. And okay, so the next one is hit this install button, wait for some time. It will download the packages from the internet. During the time of installation, make sure that you have the internet connection. If you don't have the internet connection, it will not download all the required packages to install your SQL Server. Installing SQL Server. So I'm going to hit this cancel button now. In my case, please don't do that in your case, because I have installed the SQL Server already and I created the databases, everything. Okay, hide the cancel button, sorry, the cancel button. It's not canceling anyhow. If it gets installed, I need to reinstall it one more time. But in your case, don't disturb this. Okay. It'll take for a while because it is installing the SQL Server version 2022. But in the real-time scenario, you'll be working with Azure SQL Server. Okay, that I will show it later. because it requires the licensing other things that, and I will show it later. Instead of installing the SQL server locally, organization, the enterprise, what they do is they install the Azure SQL server on cloud, Azure cloud. So in that kind of situations, you need to know the SQL server URL. You need to specify the SQL server URL in your client. In this case, the client is SSMS. Once you specify your cloud SQL server URL, the SQL server URL or server name or the URL, you will get connected from your local client tool. The client tool is SSMS. There are two softwares when it comes to SQL server. First, you need to install the server. The next one is the client. The client is the SSMS. What is SSMS? SSMS stands for SQL Server Management Studio. That is where we will write the SQL queries. We write the SQL queries, we create the tables, we drop the tables, we insert the data into table, everything we do it using SSMS. Why we have to use SSMS tool? It is very developer friendly. It gives you the code completion facility. And also you don't have to do heavy lifting when it comes to creating table, all things. So all you need to just point and click on the menu, and it will be very developer friendly. You can create the tables. You don't have to be familiar, or you don't have to remember the syntax for creating the tables or writing SQL query, the basic SQL queries. I would strongly recommend you all to download and install it side by side with me. It will be good, okay? I know few of you are still at office. If you are busy at work, what to do is I will upload the video tonight. You can watch the video and go ahead and install it. Anyhow, I have reinstalled it once again. Not a problem. So look here, I will create the database again. That's not a problem. Look here, you will find this message: installation has completed successfully. This is what your server name. This is what your server's name. And this is what the master database. You don't have to remember all the things. And only thing is, probably you can take a screenshot and you can put it in a image file also. Or else what you can do is you just select only this part, right click on it and copy this, and then you put it in a notepad also. Or you can send it to your WhatsApp, and you can, or wherever you want, you can store it here. For example, in this case, I just say SQL Server SQL Server details, connection details. Okay, we are done. Next, you will just simply close this one. Don't click on the install SSMS. You just hit this close button. Or you should want to exit? Yes. And what is the next step? The next step is go to Google once again, download SSMS for Windows. Download. What is SSMS? SSMS stands for SQL Server Management Studio. This is a client, and the one which I installed a while back was the server. Okay. I just hit this link, and now I am in this page. If you scroll down a bit, you will find free download for SQL Server Management Studio. You just click on it once and wait for some time. Look here, the SSMS setup-enu.exe, and save that. This one will take a while. Unlike the SQL Server software, the SSMS will take a while to download it. Okay, to download this software. Yes, the SSMS download was over. I just click on this once. Ideally, you can double click on it and wait for some time. SSMS setup. I just click on it one more time. Let's see why it is not getting launched. Sometimes it will be very slow, and also in my C drive, I have a very less space. I need to clean it up. Probably I will do it. Okay, if you go here, you can see that. Yes, we clicked it, but it was waiting for our confirmation. But this window was not appearing, right? Not appearing above this one. It appeared behind this window. Okay, I just hit run. Usually it will not take much time when you. Okay, I just canceled because already I clicked on the yes. Look here, I did it more than once, and it was asking my consent for more than one time. The first time I gave the yes, I clicked on the yes and wait for some time. Look here, and here again it shows another thing here. I clicked on it multiple times. Look here, it got launched. You need to have a lot of patience. Like I said, it will take for some time. I have to launch the window. Okay. And next, what I do is I just go here, and this is your default installation folder. Don't change this one at all. Okay. And simply hit the install button. That's it. It started loading the packages. Let's wait for few minutes. I'm going to say yes. Those of you are on fast, you can probably drop off and you can watch the video. It's a very simple one, the installation part. Okay. It'll take some more time, but those of you are completely new into the IT, please wait for some. You need to wait until you find the message like installation was successful. That's it. You need to click on the close button. And that's it. Now it is showing cancel. Don't click on, don't disturb this. You need to wait until you see the message. Installation was successful. You have to wait. In the interest of time, we'll try cancel, but in your case, don't cancel it. Okay. Because I already installed this one. Okay. And to utilize this time very effectively, what I'm going to do, I'm going to cancel because I already installed this one. Let me see if I click on the cancel whether it works. No. It is not working. I'll just close this window. Let me see. I don't know whether it is going on. Anyhow, I just go to the start button in my case, but in your case, you don't close it, you don't do anything until you find the message SQL Server Management Studio installation was successful. You have to wait. In my case, I already installed this one. I just type the SSMS in the start button search here, okay? And I'm going to hit this icon here. So I don't know, the installation is going on at the back end. And let me just go to the, I use the task manager, and then I will see if that is still going on. Okay, the SQL Server Management Studio, it's being launched. And SQL Server Analysis Services. Okay. Anyhow, let us wait. I don't see, I think the installation got cancelled. Let me stop. I just click on it one more time. Let's see what happens. But even the SSMS will take longer time to launch it. Okay. Even I tested it when I had 100 to 150 GB free space was there in my C drive. That one is a little bit slow. At the back of this one is going on. Okay, Power, you want to save changes, cancel. Okay, I don't. It's being launched. Let's wait for some time. Yes, it got launched now. And what is the next step? I just move this somewhere on the left side. Okay, I launched two instances. We don't need these. So that's why you need to have a lot of patience. You might think the installation was not, sorry, the SSMS tool was not launched, but if you click on it one more time, you will find some time, the two session would have got open. So this is what, so once the SSMS tool got launched, and you will find these three information. The server type is database engine, server name is this one. This is what your server name, the authentication. You remember, I have stored the SQL server name in my notepad. It is a local host. So you can, okay, this time it is 03. Previous, this is my previous SQL server name because the earlier one is available here. And what I will do is I'll just copy paste this from here, localhost, copy this, and then right click on it and then paste it here, and then hit the connect. So here you don't have to do anything. Don't make any changes to the Windows authentication database, nothing. In your case, whatever it displays, for example, first time it will display something like that, SQL Express. And here your laptop name will get displayed. Okay. In your case, you don't make any changes like how I did it. Please remember this. Okay. In my case, since I have uninstalled my SQL Server and then reinstalled it, the SQL Server Management Studio was not aware of it. Okay, the uninstallation of SQL, it was not aware of it. It is still showing the previous version. In my case, I just I have to make a change here. Okay, in your case, you don't have to make any changes. Let's wait here. The connect button, the database engine, and then here I need to use the recent one. This is my SQL Server name. Okay. This is my SSMS, SQL Server Management Studio. I want to connect to my SQL Server using SQL Server Management Studio. For this, you don't have to touch anything in your system. Simply hit connect. This one was not closed. And here, okay. And this is my SQL Server Management Studio. And here you can see the databases. Here next to that, you can find the plus icon. You can expand it. You can see the system database. Don't ever touch anything here. Simply keep the cursor over this database. So right click on it. Right click on the new database and give whatever the name that you wanted. So we are going to create the database. Don't worry. We'll discuss everything in detail as part of the SQL Server. But as part of Power BI, I will show you how to connect to SQL Server from Power BI. For that purpose, I'm doing this one. For example, you are working in a retail analytics project. There is a retail analytics database. The name of the database is retail analytics. And once you type the database name, and if you hit this OK button, don't do anything else. Simply hit the OK button. The database retail analytics will get created. Look here. Can you see it here? This is where you can see the retail analytics database. And next to that, you will find the plus icon. When you click on it, it will expand. It will show all the objects that are available in this database. Don't worry, what is database, what is SQL Server, everything we'll discuss it in detail. Okay, at this moment, I'm going to minimize this. The only thing is you need to make sure that when you hit connect in the SQL Server Management Studio, it should get connected. It should not give any error. In case of any error, you just let me know. But strictly follow whatever I taught you. Okay. When it comes to SQL Server, don't mess up. You need to select Express Edition, download that and install it. when you click on the exe file of your SQL Server software, it will launch the installation window. In the installation window, it will ask you want to install basic or custom. Please select basic. Basic. Don't select anything else. If you select basic, the installation is pretty simple. Okay, we are able to install the SQL Server successfully, and also I've shown you how to connect to the SSMS. Using this SSMS only, we'll write the queries. And then when you click on the execute button, look here the execute button, the query will be sent to your SQL Server. The output of the query will be displayed here. Okay. I just minimize this one. In the next session, I'll show you how to create the table for demonstration purpose. Anyhow, after completion of Power BI, we'll show you in detail how to write SQL queries, how to create stored procedure, trigger, everything I'll show you. In fact, I'll explain the data model design as well. Okay, the next one is we are left with just a few more minutes. Yes, Sushmita and Shri will wrap up in 5 minutes. Don't worry. It's already late. You need to go to office tomorrow. Okay. I know that. Even I need to, but we have work from home option. Let me do one thing here. This is my Power Query editor. I just close this one. And you remember I just launched the Power BI desktop just prior to this installation. But I don't know why it is displaying it here. Let me do one thing. I will just. Okay, this is my SQL, Power BI desktop. Let me just minimize this one because something is blocking here. Yeah, that is related to SQL Server Management Studio. Okay, I just go to the Power BI desktop. So what you see here is the report canvas. As soon as you open or launch your Power BI desktop, and when you close the welcome screen, the white color, what you see here is your report canvas. This is where we create the reports. So look here on the right side, you can see the visualizations. Just beneath the visualizations, you can find all kind of visuals. In Power BI, we call charts as a visual. And for example, if you click on this column chart will get dropped here in your report canvas. What you do is to populate the data into this visual, you need to load the data and then you need to drag and drop the column for the x-axis and the column for the y-axis. Here, right? So then the visualization will get populated with the data. So now what I do is I just click on the get data. Before that, you need to understand these three icons. This is the report canvas. What you are seeing by default is the report canvas. You don't have to click on this. Okay, already you are in the report canvas. The next one, the data view, and the third one is the data model view. This is called your Power Pivot. Okay, and this is where we do the data model design, everything. So you need to remember this, three components that are available as part of Power BI desktop. The first one is the report canvas or Power View. It is also called as a Power View or report view, Power View. All these terms are same. Remember that the first component is the report view or the Power View, and the second component is model view, or it is also called a Power Pivot. And the third one is your transform data. When you click on this, it will open the Power Query editor. This is where we do all kind of data transformation. This is where we do all kind of data transformation. Power Query editor, which we will see it in the next session. And what I do is now I just click on the get data icon, and just beneath that you can see the various options, which file you want to load it. And I'm going to hit the text CSV. I have a comma separated value file. CSV stands for comma separated value. I'm going to click on this. And here what I do is I have a file by the name of salesw04.csv is available. I'm going to hit open now. It is that much simple loading the data into Power BI desktop. But if the volume of the data is more, it will be very slow. So what you see now is the preview window. Okay, before loading the entire data of this comma separated value file, it will show you the sample data. It is not showing the entire data of this file. Just give you the sample data. With that, you can make a quick check whether is this the intended data that you wanted to load it into a Power BI desktop. Okay, cool. And this is the one I want to load it. But when I look at the first record, I can see the null blank values are there. And here you can see the three buttons: load, transform data, and cancel. In the data preview window, you can see this one. Cancel, you know very well. We don't have to, this data need not to be loaded. You can cancel it. And load, when you click on this, the data will get, entire data will get loaded into your Power BI desktop itself. When you hit this button, transform data, it will open the Power BI, Power Query editor. Okay. I'm not going to hit this one at this moment. I am very particular about loading this data at this moment. And I won't do the data transformation later. Any of the Power Query editor also open? No problem. So you just apply changes. I simply close this one. This is not required at this moment. So now it is establishing connection with your CSV file, and then it load the data into your model, data model. What is the model? This is the model. And this table, once it gets loaded, when you click on it here, you can see the table here. There is an error. You can simply click on view error. You can ignore it at this moment. We will deal with it a little later. Okay, don't worry. The Power Query editor got open. You can see the error here. At this moment, let's not worry about the error and all. And just simply close this and apply it. Okay. Simply close and apply. Load, it got loaded. Even though there are some errors in the data, it got loaded successfully at last. Okay. And on the right side, on the right extreme top, you can find the fields pane. This is where you can see the table. Once the file get loaded, you can see the file name here. But this is actually a comma separated value file. But what happened here is the Power BI, next to the CSV file, it displays the table icon. So what it says is no matter what type of file you load it into Power BI desktop, it will consider everything as a table. If you load JSON file, or if you load Parquet file, if you load Excel file, or if you load any file, it will consider them as a table. That's all. If you want to see the columns that belongs to this table, you click on this icon and it will get expanded. Now you can see all the columns that belongs to this file is available. And then if you want to see the data, you need to click on this icon. This is your report view. This is your data model. Okay. And here also you can see the table, which you, once it gets loaded, you can see it here also. And if you want to see the data, you need to click on the middle one and select this appropriate table. If you have multiple tables, you need to select the correct table. Look here, sales W04 got selected, and it took some time to populate the data. You need to wait for a few seconds to load this data here. Yes, all the data got loaded successfully here. Very good. The next one is I just click on the report view. That's it. On the right side, I can see this one. And yes, Sri, I just wrap up now. Okay. And what we'll do is tomorrow by sharp by 9 we'll start. Okay. So that we'll finish up by 10. And we will see if you are all okay, you will continue Wednesday. Otherwise, weekends we will spend more time. Okay. And that's it. This is how you can load the data. And this is your report view. And currently, let's say you are viewing the data. And once you have viewed the data, and if you want to go back to the report view, click on this one. This icons help you to switch from one view to another view. Or if you want to see the model view, you click on this. It will take you to this Power Pivot. This is our model view. This is where you can see the table and the relationship between the tables. If you load one more file, it will automatically create the relationship if any columns are common between these two tables. Hope it's fine with me, right? If I take more also, you'll be bored and you need some time. Okay. And